Why use the term dreadheads when we could be using lots of knots? Right? Lots of knots? Yeah? Maybe? I don't know. If shit ever hit the fan and the world comes to an end, I will have oodles of natural rope. Add that to your survival kit. Welcome back to my channel, beautiful creatures. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to comb out your dreads or how to brush out your dreads. First and foremost, you have to promise me something and help end the terrible rumor of you have to shave off all of your hair if you don't want dreads anymore, because it's a bullshit lie. It's a huge rumor. I am living proof. I used to have an entire head of dreads about a month or two ago, and I have combed out 22 of them. And hey, guess what? I didn't shave them off and they're still here. I'm going to share these tips and tricks with you guys, and I hope that they're helpful for you. And please, please help end the madness rumor. Okay? Okay. So for starters, guys, I have had my dreadlocks for 2.5 years. I did them all on my own, as well as maintained, shampooed, conditioned, bleached, dyed, maintenance, the whole works, all on my own for 2.5 years. As well as I now have oodles amounts of clients that I do their hair and their dreads for them as well. So I am not a dread doctor, but I am very experienced, and I at least have that much to say for credibility. Most people like to use conditioner or oils. Base oils is what I'm going to be working with. The preference is up to you. I do recommend the oils because they're going to be adding in natural plant-based ingredients, vitamin E, and all those essential key components in helping to restore your hair, because let's face it, it's been knotted up and tangled for God knows how long. And now it's going to be in its natural state, or at least trying to be again. So the oils are a lot more healthier in nourishing and rejuvenating the hair rather than conditioners. So let's get started. I am going to be using my avocado sunflower oil today to coat the base of the dread that I'm going to be brushing out. And I'm using this one. It comes from the cooking aisle, and I like this because it has 67% vitamin E in it. So a little dab will do ya. I put some in my palm, and I find the dread that I have been working on, which I probably should have did prior to. Excuse me. This is how much I have picked out. I've actually not even combed that stuff out. I've just been picking it out during like Netflix binge watching and stuff. So I'm gonna go to the base where the knot is right now, the tangle, the lots of knots dread right here. This is a really thick one. The thicker ones are gonna take you longer, so you might wanna add a little more of the little dabble do ya, ×2 maybe. Coat your palms with it. Coat the section you're gonna be working on. Sponge it so that way the dread drinks it up and soaks it in. Then you are going to take your fingers and separate, okay? Gently if possible. You're going to actually pull apart and separate the section that you're on, like so, okay? And it's gonna get like all frayed and weird, and it's gonna be difficult, especially if you've had them for a long time. And I've had mine for 2.5 years, as I stated, so these bad boys are really locked up and knotted. But basically, go gentle, especially if you want to cause less damage or breakage to your hair. It is very fragile. It has been knotted up for so long, so be careful and mindful of that. This is going to take a lot of time and a lot of patience, okay? You could just say F it and shave it all off if you wanted to. But if you want to have your natural hair back as natural as you can, get it back to its original state, I recommend loads of time and patience, and do this over the course of a few weeks or 100 different movies or Netflix series. Also have a friend or a loved one help you if they dare to try. Most of mine are kind of like, girlfriend, you're on your own. That looks like fun. Good luck to you. So basically, take it all apart like this. It kind of frays like so. I even coat with the leftover oil residue on my hands. I will coat down to the bottom because my comb is going to be going through that portion as well. Then you want a badass strong comb, which, as you can see, guys, mine is looking like death right now. So I am looking for a metal one, and I couldn't find one at those local stores, so I'm probably just going to order one on Amazon or something to that nature. So I've separated. Now I start slowly combing out, and that is it, guys. That is literally it. Some people recommend using tweezers or a fork. I would recommend using like a lice comb because it's like really thin, like condensed metal teeth that aren't going to break like plastic. If they do break, make sure you find them, especially if you have younger kids or pets. And then here, just to show you, you will be losing hair. Do not freak out. The reason you're not supposed to freak out is because dread heads, or lots of knots, peoples, do not shed like the typical average person does. So basically, everything that you would have been shedding has stayed locked up and knotted into your dreadlocks over a course of however long you've had them. On top of the fact that you are still growing your hair whenever you have dreads. So everything is growing and intertwined and in there, not shedding, so you will be losing some of that. There may have been breakage along the way depending on how you did your maintenance. If you did crochet hook, if you did it correctly or incorrectly, because there is a huge difference, and I have videos about that. I'll leave a few links down below if you're new to my channel. I have loads of dreadlock content, how to dye, bleach, maintain, shampoo, condition, comb out, crochet hook, the latch crochet hook, all of that jazz, okay? So definitely take a scroll through if you need some of those tips and tricks. But basically, guys, if you did crocheting the wrong way, you will have some damage in your dreads, as well as how often you chose to dye or bleach. So it is crucial, and you actually will see if you were doing a good job at taking care of them or not, or your salon was doing a good job at taking care of them or not, okay? So it could be a lesson learned, and you can always re-dread later if you wanted to. But I am deciding to comb out some of mine and leave some, and I don't know, we'll see what comes of it. There'll be more content coming out in the future about it. But basically, as you can see, I'm having a conversation with you and my camera while I'm doing this at the same time, and just pulling apart, making sure it's lubricated up with the oil, and then just combing through like so. And that is it, guys. Eventually they will get somewhere, I don't know. But I hope that this was helpful. I hope that you liked it. It's really easy peasy. Mostly you're just gonna need a good base oil. You're also going to need a strong comb and maybe a couple other tools that you want to get creative with, and you're gonna need a lot of time and patience. But it can be done. It is very possible. And that is it, everybody. I hope that you liked this video. If you found it to be helpful, definitely give it a thumbs up. Question or comment down below. Look for the goodies in the description box. There will be a few links to other previous videos that I had mentioned in this video today that may be helpful to you guys. As well as, if you're not a subscribed viewer, please definitely consider subscribing and hit the ring-a-ding bell right next to the subscription button. If the sucker even works, I really don't know, but I'd love to have you around and join our epic crew of awesome individuals. I hope you have an awesome, blessed day, and I shall see you all again very